gonna take her on her maiden voyage here. Well, we got the bugs out of her. Small little stuff that I'm probably, it's more me than the machine. Well, we're doing some running around today. Went and got the headers back out of the shed. Dane and Ivan are looking them over and putting the air bars back on for pinto beans and soybeans. And they're pulling the keepers out, or that lock up the header for rigid mode. So that's what they're doing. And it is cold. It's about 50-something degrees here. So here's the lockups. They go in there. It is a Hydroflex, so that means you can hydraulically do this, but this seems to work a little better. Doesn't leave so much pressure on the hydraulic stuff, and it keeps that cutter bar pretty straighter anyway.
It's winter.
Yeah, how warm is it?
47 degrees.
Is it?
Feels like 23, but it's 47. Next weekend's gonna be damn near 80.
That's when the bee is, isn't it?
Yep.
So here's the deal, guys. If you want to meet Dane, he's gonna be at, where are you gonna be at next weekend?
Northland Threshing Bee.
And then it's in where?
Strathcona.
And what's the date?
Strathcona, Minnesota. That is the 12th, 13th, and 14th of September.
So anyway, it's on Facebook, and it's on the, you can just Google Northland Threshing Bee. Anyway, Dane's gonna be there. They're gonna have a rodeo. Yeah, you guys can check it out. Okay, I'm gonna grab a semi. I'm gonna bring that in the shop, and we gotta put the two ways in. I had to grab you guys because there's so much success going on right now. So tell them what we're doing and what you did. You come up with a good idea there. Give me that.
Well, whoopie-doo.
Yeah, we'll show them. So this here was for the CB antennas that we don't need. And we took it apart and we reamed out the hole big enough to... Dane wants me to use elegant words. So we made the hole bigger to accommodate this here. Anyway, we put the in the hole and we tightened it up. So then what we did is made that little hole there bigger, and look at the success. Look. Whoop. Just like she's supposed to be, boys. No drilling in the roof line or anything. So we had Stones and Grand Forks build us special little pigtails, so they plug right into the truck. And then we got our auxiliary power, or our power right here. And then this here is our key switch, or key power. That snaps in like that. And now this plugs right into the peat. Ta-da! There, it's in. Nice and clean. And just an update on the trucks here. There's one left. If you guys are interested in a nice 378 Peterbilt, there's one truck left. Low miles, right around 200,000 miles, actual miles. So there you go. Well, hey guys, we got a visitor. Ryan from Bayer is here today, and he was up and doing some picking, some corn picking. So what did you find today, Ryan?
Yeah, so thought I'd stop by. And so this, if you guys remember in your video this spring, we did a trial of a new 75 day we have. And Mark was planning 8118 or an 81 day that we have at the time. That was in the planner. So I walked the split trial, took basically 5 representative years and just kind of doing some comparisons. So we were talking in that video about how, you know, this is a good yielder for a 75 day. They maybe find some moisture advantages versus our 81 day. Talking about, you know, maybe potential more corn acres, or we just want to start harvest earlier. All the different factors you take into corn and the volume and production and things. So we were just taking a look at what things are and how they're progressing. So like in what we're seeing here, Pretty consistent ear size between the two. You can see like we split one ear in half, you know, so a little bigger kernel size on our 81 day, a little smaller on the 75, but
so that's a 75 day.
this is 75 right
And
here.
this is an 80 day.
81, yep.
Or 81 day.
81 day, yep. So a little bit different. This one's going to be a real strong test weight product. So, you know, you can use all the calculators you want or estimators. I'm sure a lot of your followers have done that before on kind of what their corn's going to yield and stuff. But test weight and moisture, all those things have a factor in how things are going to turn out. But overall, I like the ear consistency from ear to ear. Mark and I were just talking a little bit about tip back, and we maximize the nutrients. We don't have an extreme amount of tip back, and we didn't fill all the way to the tip of the ear and kind of leave, you know, some gas in the tank. So obviously emergence, population, fertility, all those things were in line here. So fun stuff to look at this time of year, and I'd encourage you, if your followers, if you haven't walked cornfields and haven't done this, lots of yield estimators you can do online, and again, test weight and things are going to have a factor in that too. If you have a little bit more test weight than you've had, well, you got to take that into a factor too. But overall, lots of good here. So
did you
ready
find
for harvest.
Did you find any disease out there, anything like that? But
No.
we usually up north here, we don't really have much of a problem for
No, I mean,
for so much like leaf disease. Once in a blue moon, you could probably get some southern rust or something, right? Or do we?
Yeah,
We usually don't have that.
Not even southern rust. I mean, obviously southern rust is the hot topic in, you know, south of us, southern Minnesota, all the way down through the Corn Belt is a big factor. Every once in a while we'll get Goss's wilt, and that's bacterial. So,
Right.
you know, you get hail, you get wind, you get things. Some products are more susceptible to that, but normally we usually get that very late.
The 78 day here now, or 75 day, you can just feel its nice heavy ear. Like we were talking, that test weight, you affect this a few percentage on weight here and there, and it really moves the needle on yield. So everyone, you know, there's always that test weight versus yield debate, but test weight really can, it's sneaky. Like you always tell me, is like, that's sneaky.
Yeah, some products won't look quite as flashy. You know, some are like, the ears just don't look that good. And when the combine rolls through and you pull across the elevator scale or the trucks, I mean, it just weighs up really nicely. Right. And again, you know, corn's not measured in just volume; it's measured in weight. And when we leave the field, what's in the truck matters. So some products are just good test weight products, and to the eye, to our appeal, you know, you always gravitate towards the bigger ear, the bigger kernel size. Yeah, that doesn't always win, you know, in the comparison.
So that's something that a friend and I have a bunch of trials. So what we've been doing is we grab an ear corn and we break it open, and you look inside to see how big that cob is. And we've grabbed some ears, they're like, oh man, that thing's gonna be awesome. And you break it open and it's like, oh man, it's got like short little kernels and all cob.
Yep.
So, and that has a lot to do with your overall yield. Obviously, all you southern guys, you guys already know all this. You're all corn guys, so.
Yeah, you just look at the difference of the size of those two.
So yeah, 75, 81, and you can just see this has got a little bit bigger cob than the 75 day. This is a 16 around.
This one's 16 also.
And this is 16 also. So that's interesting. This is 16 and that's 16, but look at the diameter, how much difference that is.
Yeah, you would guess this was an 18 and this was a 16 just by looking at it.
Right.
But you do the count and they're actually both 16 around. So that's why the calculators can sometimes get hard to pinpoint exactly what they're going to yield, right? So until the combine rolls, we won't know.
Yeah, no,
right. So
it's all guessed.
It's fun to talk about, anyways. Yeah. But the reality is we'll know here in a little while, and we talk about maturity. Obviously, we're moving milk down now pretty well. We're well on our way when we talk about denting, so that moisture is moving. Yeah, we probably need. I didn't do a GDU calculator to be exact for your field, but I'm going to guess we need, you know, later September, past the 20th, and we should be right at black layer very closely looking at the forecast. So,
and that's typically our average frost date's about the end of September.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just for you guys to have a general idea.
Yeah.
So when Ryan was talking about tip back, obviously all you corn guys, anybody that grows corn knows that, but that is obviously what it is. It's tip back. And what he was explaining is the fact that if it's full all the way to the very top, that's good, but that means that either you didn't quite have enough population out there, or maybe more fertility than what you maybe needed, or you
I would
want
say it's a population thing.
more of a population
I mean,
thing.
you could have planted a little bit more, so
Yeah.
you knew that you maximized what you had.
For the fertility I put out there.
Yep, and what environmental conditions gave you.
The
How much
growing
rain did you
conditions for
get?
the year.
How much,
Sure.
heat. So sometimes tip back can come from a pollination issue if we're stressed during pollination.
Well,
So
right.
it's really dry.
Or hot.
It's a dance between all of those factors on how the ears are going to fill. But this shows me pollination was successful. We have full ears, and the tip back shows me that your population, by the nutrients and the water you had,
Tell
it's
'em
very accurate.
how you
nailed it.
pick these ears. Ryan didn't walk around and just go grab an ear here and there. You literally went down a row and just picked 5 ears individually, right
pretty
next to
much.
each other.
And I guess if somebody wants to do a more accurate test, you would take several spots of the field. You would, if you want to do an average, you would not just pick from one spot, right? You do that. But I wanted to, this was a side-by-side, so I needed to walk the line. So I walked the line, and I just picked 5 ears in a row, literally stopped in one spot, 5 ears, and this is what it was. So
Yeah.
that's what I did.
So we didn't do any cherry picking. Oh, we're gonna take her on her maiden voyage here. I'm gonna go spray them pinto beans. I have no idea what I'm doing yet. I'll say one thing, they made the cabs a heck of a lot quieter than my old girl used to be. Don't even hear the engine in this thing. Well, we got the bugs out of her, everything seems to be working good. Small little stuff that I'm probably, it's more me than the machine. But anyway, yeah, we've sprayed a few hundred acres here. You can crank this thing up pretty good. I mean, we're doing 16 mile an hour. And that boom doesn't bounce around as much as I thought it was going to. I thought it was really going to jump around, but it wiggles a little bit, but not bad at all. I'm very pleased with that. So as far as noodle booms, I'm pleasantly surprised or happy. So the ride and the quietness and the cab and everything is really good. The older sprayer, the 4038, if I got her up over 13 miles an hour, I mean, it felt like you were really doing 13 mile an hour. I don't know what they did to change the ride on them, but pretty impressed, honestly. Maybe it doesn't take much to impress me, I don't know. But some guys are, I'm sure some of you are like, oh, well, that's nothing, Case is better, Haggie's better, New Holland, whatever. But going from a 2012 to a 25 or 24, what really messes with me is the RPMs. Like right now, I slowed down now, but we're doing like 1500 RPMs. It's just cruising through the field at 14, 15 mile an hour. Seems like about 15 mile an hour, it's 1500 RPM. Granted, the ground is hard, the machine's not pulling, but the engine supplies what it needs on demand, so you're not running that engine at 2000 RPM all day long. I could see how it really save on things. Yeah, I don't know. Love the big tank, 1600 gallons. Definitely enjoying that part of it. Enjoying the newer handle and just everything about it. Been good. So, and then thanks to Mike and Austin, True North. Them guys came out as soon as we started using it and made sure everything was working the way it's supposed to. Just a good team. So thanks to them guys. Well, I'm gonna keep spraying here, and we have a couple 100 acres left, so I'll be done here in a little bit, and we're gonna be on to the next project.
I don't know what to say.
There's so much success going on right now that we need. No, that's pretty. That sounds so bad.
Don't do that. There's so much success going on around it. Gross.
That's stupid. What a dumb comment. Oh, stupid.
What? Did you? Oh man, how the hell did I end up over here with this Ricky? I tell you, this sexy sex over here. There's so much to say.
So tell him what your pea brain did here.
Well, it had an epiphany.
Ricky wanted to drill a hole in the roof.
Yeah, the other Ricky, the one holding the camera. I'm just gonna drill a hole. Where am I at? Yeah, well, let's find out where you... No, I'm just gonna drill a hole.
Well, you said, yeah, take the drill, let's see what happens.
So we can put it in.
So you could put it in.
Hey, we're gonna reuse this tape again. Hey, we're gonna get
Yeah, you and Dennis, you guys
save the tape.
save everything. So anyway, we reamed her out and we put the, oh, for sakes. Son of a anyway.
Quit saying dumb words. Ream it out, we plowed it in there. And we did, that's what we did. We plowed that cable through the headliner.
Oh. Okay, so now.
So that's what we did. We put a dinger on there.
Oh, knock it off.
Well, I'm trying to find my words, but I don't know them, you know. I just gotta sleep on
I
them.
gotta think about what I'm gonna say. I can't just talk. I gotta think about my words, and then my.
It's pooping of the mouth anyway.
This is what I thought. I thought it was all about myself.
Here, point that at you when you talk like that.
Plug it in, plug it in. I don't know what that was. Is that Chia Pet? No. Back in the 90s. Plug it in. Oh, that was like a nightlight one. Plug it in, plug it in. What was it? The freshener? You guys remember? The plug it in, plug it in. Boop. Sweet.
You dropped your nut.
Success. So much success. Say cheese. Hot. Hi.